Okay, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you a couple of solo plays, different routes that you can do with Raze on Bind. And basically you're just defaulting. You're not committing to anything, you're just going to push them back as far as you can into Bombsite so they don't have info. So first thing you do, as soon as that, as soon as the buy zone thing goes down, you're just going to come here. You're going to make sure that this guy doesn't get to teleport. Okay, that's your first thing. You're just going to kind of jiggle this. Make sure he doesn't go and hide in the corner at teleporter. You can then kind of move over. Make sure he's not getting the orb. And eventually kind of... Usually I just take this, pre-fire this angle. Every now and again you get somebody... You know, you can pre-fire somebody. Hit him in the head. It's always infuriating. The next thing I'm doing is I'm coming and I'm clearing this angle here. You know, there's not always somebody there. It's actually pretty uncommon that somebody is there. It's not a advantageous spot for a defender, but every now and again somebody's in there. And what you might encounter is somebody waiting, listening for footsteps, and they might peek, either maybe a breach with a flash or a phoenix flashing you. So I usually kind of just stay in this area a little bit, make some noise, pre-fire this angle, and just kind of, you know, be ready to fall back from a flash or turn from a flash and kind of move up. So at this point, you know this corner is clear because you rushed to that spot earlier. And the next option is that they might be in garden. Okay, so this is, you know, your first gun round, and you're just kind of chilling here. I usually put Boombot into garden on the first gun round, and what that does is it just checks if anybody is playing close for me, so I don't have to kind of wide swing this and worry about an offer or a guy hiding here or a guy hiding here or somebody in an off angle all at the same time. So we put Boombot first, and while Boombot is doing that, we can just kind of jiggle peek, make sure no one's doing any cheeky plays on top of the box with an AWP. You know, maybe you got like an insta-lock jet player sitting on top here with an AWP. So you're just kind of jiggling, just trying to get info. Your main thing here is pushing enemies back into the site so they don't have info, and getting info for your own team for if and when you decide to hit B. So at this point, the options are, we got Boombot in here. Boombot's running around, clearing close. While she's doing that, we're checking this out, right? So at this point, we have control of garden. And, you know, if you want, you can grab the orb. I usually grab it as often as possible. It's pretty uncommon that somebody, you know, maybe somebody is hiding here, that they would take that opportunity to push. Because there's just too many... It's a 50-50 for them that either I'm faking it or my teammate is covering me, and it's just a risky push to find out. But, you know, sometimes I fake it, sometimes I stick it right away, and just mix it up so that they can't basically counter-strat you by the end of the game. Alright, so at this point, we have garden control, okay? And, you know, this is a good opportunity to ask somebody on your team, maybe somebody in hookah, you know, anybody know where he is? If you have a Sova, can you shoot an arrow on the back for me? And if Sova shoots an arrow, either on the back of the site or over here, they can find out for you if they're here, here, or there. Sometimes there. Okay? And at that point, we're going to use our nade. Okay? And we're going to try to eliminate spots that they could be in, so that if and when we decide to hit B, we know where they are and they already have damage, or they're running in spawn to get a heal, etc. Okay, so we have garden control, and I'll use this nade in a different spot every round. Okay, and I'll go into later what I do with Boombot to clear out different corners as the game progresses, but this is the first round, you know, so I'm clearing the close. You know, Boombot is going to clear close for me. I'm trying to find out info. I'm not committing to anything. I'm just jiggle peeking, spamming. You know, sometimes you spam here, you hit the guy and he just runs out. You know, now you know exactly where he is. You tell your teammate in hookah, oh, there's one inside the bomb box. You know, we call it hut. So one inside the hut. And you know, now your teammate has something that they can play off of, because your teammates in hookah, you know, they're worried about elbow, they're worried about bombsite, they're worried about down here. And if your teammate knows exactly where he is, that eliminates, you know, options for them and gives them a higher chance of getting a kill for you. So now you're in garden, you have garden control. And let's say they're not peeking you at all. They're not giving you any information. You know, this is what worries people, because you have no information. You have no idea what's about to happen. There could be nobody here. There could be 3 people here. You don't know. Okay, so this is kind of the imaginary line for me. I don't cross this line unless I plan to die. All right, so either I'm going to fake the bomb site for my teammates who are going to go back to A, or I'm telling my teammates, hey, come back to B. I'm up close. I have some info. Either they're an elbow or they're behind the site. You know, I have a little bit of info. So come back to me and we're going to hit B. Okay. So at this point, pretty much my personal concern is this corner. Okay. So, you know, if I'm feeling really bored and risky, I might wide swing that corner and just come back in here again one more time. And then I don't have to worry about that corner anymore. If my team is ready to execute, maybe Brimstone comes back, I'm going to tell him, all right, smoke off, you know, the 3 main spots. That's all we have to worry about. Okay. And I might even remind my team that they could be in this area. Hey, he could be under window. He could be in cubby. He could be under window. Okay. So now I'm up close. I'm playing close, close B. My team is ready to execute. And, you know, I'm Raze in this scenario. So, you know, I'm probably not going to be the one planting. I'm going to get like a Sage or a Sova to plant the bomb for me. And I'm just going to, as the smokes are down, I'm going to watch the smoke for them. I'm going to kind of stay in this corner. And, you know, I might push through and get elbow control. Depends what, you know, what kind of information I'm getting. If it's very quiet here, I might push through. If we kill a guy there, we're definitely going to push through. And we're going to take control of the next spot of the map. And basically, you don't have to peek this. You don't have to push this. And, you know, you can play it 2 ways. Option 1 is you take control quickly. So you just make some noise, and now they all feel like, oh well, we can't go there. You know, they're waiting for us in that corner. So they're all having to go through this one little tiny doorway. Okay, so if you decide to peek here and die, then they might say, okay, well, we're gonna split to you know, whatever. 2 guys are gonna come this way, 2 guys are gonna go that way, and they're gonna kind of retake. Maybe Sova shoots an arrow, etc. But if you have this control and you just make them afraid to come here, you don't even have to peek it. Come back. You can play this angle. Then they're starting to retake. You can come back maybe a little further to this angle. By now, maybe your teammate's done playing the bomb. Your teammate is over here. He's ready to swing when you shoot. So, you know, you're basically just delaying as long as you can once the bomb is planted. So we wanna hold this control. This is the imaginary line. Okay, we're gonna hold this control as long as we can. Okay, they're starting to push me. I'm gonna come back to here. Okay, they're starting to push me. I'm going to come back to here. Okay, I'm falling back, or, you know, my teammate's here to help me, and now we're going to take the fight. Okay, because this is a very advantageous fight for us here. They have to push. They have to worry about me here. I could be at any one of these off angles here, or I could be in this corner here. When they first come around this corner, they got to worry about here. 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 And they got to clear all this. Okay, so and what we're talking about is doing this multiple rounds throughout the game. So, you know, you can kind of condition your opponent into, you know, worrying about certain things. You know, so maybe in the beginning, you know, okay, last time I got a kill like that, so he's going to be worried about that. You know what I mean? So you can kind of play more passive this time. A lot of times what I like to do, at least the very first time, is kind of take an angle like this. All right, it's because, okay, so we were looking about there. All right, so you're the opponent. You come up. You've been sitting here for 5 seconds. Nobody peeked. Okay. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna check this out. Okay, nobody's peeking me. Nobody's doing anything. Maybe this is smoked or iced. Maybe Sova's gonna shoot an arrow up here. Okay, well, you know, 1 or 2 of us are gonna go back haul, right? And then you come back haul. You know, you're lulled into a sense of security, and then you come back haul, and I've been waiting here the whole time, and I'm gonna catch you off guard at that angle. Okay, and let's say I don't hit that headshot right away. Okay, either I kill one or I fall back right away. Those are pretty much the options. What you don't want to do is kill one and wide swing. Okay, if you kill one, you fall back. If you kill one in wide swing, the next guy's waiting for you, and anyone good is gonna kill you. Okay, so let's say I'm here and you just killed my teammate. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna trade the kill. Or two of us are coming up fast anyway, and I'm right behind my teammate, and we're gonna. So that's kind of like my base play at B, and it progresses throughout at Long B, and it progresses throughout the game. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna come here every round, and we're gonna check this corner. Okay, and then we're gonna move up. We're gonna move up. We're gonna move up. After maybe 2 rounds of putting Boombot in the close garden, you know, pretty much I've conditioned this guy to know. You know, anyone that's been playing here or here or here, they know I put Boombot in that garden every round. And, you know, they're not going to sit in here now because they know Boombot's coming. Okay, so most likely, they're less likely to play in this spot because I've conditioned them not to. All right, so at this point, we're just going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to jiggle peek. We're saving Boombot. We're trying to save our utility for as long as possible. And we're just gonna jiggle peek this ourselves. Just gonna, you know, you want to give them hard shots to hit, you know. So let's say you have a teammate behind you or something. One of you jumps far, one of you can peek tight, and we're just gonna clear this out and save all our utility as long as possible. Okay, so this time instead of putting my Boombot there, I might put my Boombot to that cubby. Okay, and if you have a good teammate. Let's say one guy is playing here and one guy is playing here. A good teammate is going to shoot that Boombot for you. Because, you know, if my Boombot spots you in that corner, you're 100% dead. Either I'm going to nade you if you stay in there. And if you run out, we're going to shoot you. And my guy in Hookah is going to shoot you. So that's kind of the next step is I'm going to start clearing other angles like this. And, you know, sometimes I might try and do a close angle to try and catch anybody that might be playing here. Okay, let's say they're playing like under window here somewhere, or in this corner, something like that. I might try and get it as close to that angle as possible. And other times I'm gonna try and get it straight into there. Okay, and it's the same thing. I'm just getting info. I'm pushing them back so that they don't have info, and you know, so they don't know if it's A or B, basically. And I'm clearing out corners for my teammates. I'm getting information. If I know the guy's there, I'm 100% throwing my nade. If Boombot clears that corner, I'm going to throw my nade over here. Okay? And basically what happens is you throw that nade there, this guy's going to peek. Okay? So throw the nade and be ready for the peek. A lot of times I see people doing this with utility. A good example is Brimstone's ult. Is Brimstone puts the ult, so the whole CT side has to run out of the ult, and then they're not ready, waiting for them to run out of it, you know. So they do the ult and they're just kind of like standing around, not ready for it. So if you throw utility in this corner, you better be ready for this guy to come running out, because he doesn't really have another option. Option 2 is he runs out on the other side, and your teammate in Hookah should be ready for it. Okay, so at this point it's the same thing. Now I have a lot more information. I know garden is clear because I'm up close. I cleared it already. I know cubby is clear. And backside, if he is there, he's low. Okay, so he's either inside the tube, the hut. You can spam this a little bit. But again, if you start spamming stuff, be ready for the run out. Okay, I like to just shoot a couple different spots. You know, because one, you might get lucky. You know, hit him in the head through the wall. You might do a little bit of damage. You might get them to run out. You might get them to give you info. That's our goal. Okay, we're not overcommitting to anything. We're just getting info. The next progression, let's say I do this maybe once or twice. Now this guy is thinking, man, I can't play in garden. I can't play in the cubby because he's going to send Boombot there. I can't play here because he sends Boombot at me. Where the hell can I play? All right, the next possible options are they can hide here. They can hide in the site. They can hide back site. But that's good for us because we can smoke all those things off. We can ice those things. We can nade those things. So the next progression, you can, the easiest thing, just fucking throw a Boombot right there. Clear back haul for you. So let's say you put that right there. Either you know he's in there. He either killed it or Boombot chased it. Or you know it's clear. And if you know it's clear, you have a lot of information that elbow's clear, guys. You know, come toward B, elbow's clear. Cubby is clear. He's either in this corner still. He could maybe be under here. But you have a lot of information. And, you know, a lot of this is conditioning your opponent to play in the spot that you want them to play. So we want them to play as far back as possible. so they have as little information as possible. We want them to use as much utility on us before we execute as possible. So let's say a Cypher is playing here. Oh, I forgot to mention something important. So let's say we're playing versus Cypher on the first couple rounds. You know, first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw a satchel in this corner here, just try and blow up this tripwire right away. And what this basically does is it tells this Cypher, man, if I put my tripwire there every round, he's just going to break it, and it's just a waste. You know, I'm spending whatever, $100, $200 on his tripwires, and I'm putting them up, and they're instantly getting blown up in the beginning of the round. And it makes it so that he can't say, oh, I'm going to rotate A. Don't worry, I have tripwires up. Don't worry, I have tripwires up. Nothing's at B, nothing's at B, nothing's at B. Okay, so it might be 45 seconds later that your teammates are in a 2v2 and they come out of hookah or they come out of here and there's no tripwires and they don't have to worry about it. So, if, you know, you're playing the long game here. You're conditioning your opponent to play more passive, to make them have no information. It slows down their rotates. They don't know if you're coming A or coming B. And in general, it just makes, you know, attacking a bomb site easier later. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is, let's say you're the Raze player at hookah. Okay, so I'm going to show you this for each different route in the map. Okay, on this map there's long, there's hookah, there's short A, and there's bathrooms. Okay, so I'm going to show you for Raze how to take each one of these spots in the same exact manner. Okay, so we're gonna start here. Right now the buy zone is up. As soon as the buy zone drops, you know, I'm just gonna jiggle this. I'm gonna make sure nobody pushes. I'm gonna make sure nobody flashes through the wall with a breach or flashes around the corner with a phoenix. I'm just gonna chill here for just a second, not too long, but just a couple seconds. You know, if let's say I wasn't here at the beginning of the round or whatever, I'm going to clear it out. I might shoot a couple bullets here just to make sure that's clear. And also, even if you know he's not there, let's say I've been peeking this the whole time. Okay, my opponents don't know I've been peeking this the whole time. And you just shoot this box a few times. And what that does is it conditions this guy. Let's say he's playing here this round. Let's say he's playing here on the first round and you shoot that box. It says in his mind, hey, don't hide behind that box because he's going to shoot me if he's going to spam that if I'm back there. Okay, so it makes them afraid to use that spot later. Okay, and that's what conditioning is doing by doing a default every round. Okay, it prevents them from getting info. It prevents them from playing the way they might be used to playing. Let's say you're playing versus like an Omen who thinks he's like the smartest guy in the world, who's going to TP over there at the beginning of the round a bunch of times. Okay, so we're going to shoot that just in case and basically just condition them to play where we want them to play. And our goal is to make them not play in hookah. Okay, because if they play in hookah, for one, if you look on the radar right now, you can see the circle around my body. When you're in hookah, look how much you can hear. You can hear almost all the way down middle, all the way to this spot. Okay, so if he's just sitting in here every round, and we're not taking control of hookah, he can say, oh, there's no noise mid, nothing's happening here, I'm going to rotate back to A. Or I'm going to flank, I'm going to push through and flank. Okay, so we're just going to condition them to play inside the bomb site. And this goes in part with how we play Long B. And it doesn't matter which character. I'm going to show you guys. You can do this with any agent, basically. You just have to do it in different ways. So I'm going to show you. So first off, we're clearing this. We're pushing them back. And then we're going to go quiet, okay? We don't want to give them too much info that, hey, I'm about to peek this corner, shoot me in the face, okay? So we made some noise. We're going to go quiet. We're going to take a kind of a soft angle at first, and then we're going to slowly kind of jiggle our way to the end here, okay? What we don't want to do is take a wide angle, okay? And what a wide angle is going to do is it's going to let your opponent... Let's say he's playing an off angle here. It's going to let your opponent kill you and fall back without your teammates trading it. Okay, so you want to kind of stay kind of a safe angle, and then when you're ready to fight him, take a wider angle. Okay, and so basically what I usually do on the first gun round is I clear this myself with my crosshair. Okay, might hold it for a second, and then I come back to a safe angle and I drop Boombot. Okay, and then we're kind of playing off the Boombot. Boombot is clearing. She just cleared this corner, that corner, this one. If you If you come out a little further, if you're feeling safe enough to do it, you can come out further, and you can make sure that this corner gets cleared. Okay. One thing that you have to worry about with Boombot is sometimes a guy can be on this box and not get spotted. Okay. So you have to be cautious of that spot there. So usually I'll just come out, I'll jiggle this, and because I'm paranoid every now and again, you know, I'll pre-fire this corner anyway. And again, we're conditioning them. Let's say he's playing here or he's playing there or whatever. He's going to have it in his mind that, oh, well, if I play in any of these spots, they're going to clear me out. Okay, any good team is going to have two people. They're going to have somebody behind you. And even if I die doing this, my teammate is going to make sure you die. Okay, and a 4v4 on attacking side is advantageous to the attackers, because there's fewer people defending bomb sites, and now there's only 2 at A and 2 at B max, or 3 at A and 1 at B max. Okay, so we're gonna come up, we're gonna send Boombot in. Okay, at this point we know this area is clear. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jiggle this a little bit, make a little noise, try and bait him in. What I don't want to do is just make noise and go in right away, because let's say this guy's chilling here. He's just playing off the noise cues and he's going to go. If I go forward and I go backward and I move around and I jiggle and I come here and I'm chilling and I'm just baiting him, it just messes with the noise cues and it just makes it hard for him to predict exactly when you're coming. It might make him antsy. He might get nervous. He might push you and try and get the kill. And so that's kind of what we're doing. The other thing that we're doing by kind of just going back and forth, we're listening for tripwires. We're looking for tripwires for our team. There might be one here, there might be one here. You know, sometimes people put them on the side of this box here. Sometimes they put them at an angle here. You know, put them in this doorway. And basically we're just trying to find tripwires as early in the round as possible and break them. Okay, so we're breaking the tripwires. It does 2 things. For one, it prevents them from getting info 30 seconds from now. So let's say I get all the way here and I don't break this tripwire, and somehow my team ends up in a 2v2 and they decide, okay, let's go B, let's go B. We're going to teleport to B. And they come running out of B, and boom, they get tripwired. Right away, you know, the defenders know which site you're going to. They're all going to come running and rotate you. If someone's over here, they're going to shoot you through the wall. You know, if someone's in the site, they might spam you through the wall. So that's our goal. Our goal is to make sure that nobody is playing inside of Hookah and break the tripwires. Maybe there's a camera. We're going to look for the camera, shoot the camera. Same thing goes for Long B. I forgot to mention that earlier. Is you're going to look for the camera every round, shoot the camera as quickly as possible. Okay? Don't wait. You know, with the camera, the information is only usable for, you know, 10-15 seconds. So if you peek it and shoot it in the beginning of the round, every round, you know, they can't say, oh, they're coming B. But if you wait until there's only 30 seconds left and then shoot the camera, then they're going to say, oh, they're coming B, they're coming B. There's only 30 seconds left. They have to come B. Okay? So that's our goal. Our goal is to clear out Hookah. You know, we're going to spam this box. What I like to do as Raze at this point is kind of get up, jiggle peek this, shoot some bullets. What I want to do is get this guy to give me any bit of information so I can throw a nade at him. Okay, so let's say he peeks me here. He peeks me here. I'm going to try and do some damage. I'm going to throw a nade at him, and then I'm going to watch here. Okay, I might spam this, because if he's over there, he's jiggling here. Okay. Oh shit, I saw them, right? Let's say it's Cypher. Let's say it's Cypher. He's got his camera up. I shot it. And I just, okay, there's one there. I saw him. You know, let's say he jiggles me. I'm going to shoot him. He's going to come back to here. I'm going to nade him. He's going to have to move to here. Okay, so either he's going to be stupid and peek me, which happens a lot of the time, or option 2 is he's going to be safe. Let's keep in mind he's now open to my garden player who has garden control. Okay, so he's gonna now kind of, you know, his only safe spot, his safest spot is to, you know, get as far away from my nade without dying and maybe get back in here and then maybe come peek me again. Okay, so at a minimum, this is gonna do like 80 damage to the Cypher player at a minimum, you know, so he's already half health before we even try to take the site. Okay, that's usually what I do there. That's if I have information. Okay, if I have no information, this guy's not peeking me at all. You know, I've been here for 20 seconds, nothing's happening. You know, I might come and try and fight this this elbow guy, because this is a one-on-one aim fight. This is a fight that I like to take, you know, when I'm ready to entry a site or fake a site. Okay, I don't want to commit to this before I'm ready to turn it into a round win. So either if I'm trying to, I might just try and bait him to fall back. But if we're trying to entry the site, then I want to get the kill, right? If I'm trying to fake the site, my team's all hiding in bathrooms or whatever, ready to go A, then I'm going to commit to something and try and get a kill. Okay, so usually at this point, I'm saying to my team either come back to B, or you know, go quiet at A. I'm going to fake B. Those are the two options. I can either fake it for my team and they can go A, or I can tell my team, come back to B. I have a lot of information as to where they can be playing, and you know, I've already done a lot of damage to somebody, and I think we can take the site. Okay? So when you add these things together, you have a player at Long B. It doesn't have to always be Raze. It could be anybody. And you have a player coming hookah doing these things. You know, you're both doing chip damage. You're hurting these guys. You're making them try and get heals. You're getting them to pull their sage out of A to come heal them and spawn. You know, you're doing a bunch of different things that are adding value to the round, that are making it easier for your team to win the round. Let's say you do only 50 damage to Cypher here, and you don't even know it. Let's say you never even saw him. You throw a nade. You got lucky. He was there this time. You did 50 damage. You go back. You never even saw him. You go back. You take A. And when Cypher comes to retake A, he's already 50 damage less. So he either needs to use Sage's heal, or, you know, Sage's heal has already been used, and he has to retake the site with half health. Okay, guys, so that's the end of part 1. I went on for another 25 minutes of the A-bomb site, so I'm going to put it in a separate video, but I'm going to put a link right here for you and a link in the description. If you like the content, please follow and subscribe on YouTube, and stick around for a lot more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.